Good day, all you desert gardeners. Here we are about 2 days away from February 1st, and I'm trying to get all my pruning done because I have so much to prune here. One of the first things I like to get done, I did this last week, is my Florida Prince peach. It's been on the ground about 2 years, but it just took off last year. It's already at 7 feet tall, so it was a lot bigger than that, but I had to prune that back at the end of summer to my height that I wanted it, which is about 7 feet. And it's always the first one to wake up. Usually right after Groundhog Day it'll start blooming, so I had to get that pruned up. Probably didn't prune enough of it off as much as I'm doing my other one, but I have so much to do here. I still got to do these rose bushes this week, but you can see it's already starting to get flower buds and leaves on it. Just like I said, it's the first one to wake up. We did have a week below 32. 4 days we're down to 26 and 27. And these are low chill variety. Only need about 200 hours of chill. And they got probably about 400 this year. But I'll get peaches off this in May. My first one to give me fruit, same time as the mulberries. It's another thing I'm starting to prune is the mulberries, and I can propagate some of those cuttings. Look how tall these rose bushes got this year. I cut those down to about 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches, maybe a foot, maybe these about a foot. But it kept blooming all winter. So that's a couple things I got to get done. A couple weeks ago I got all my grapevines cane pruned. I had one die last winter. I think it was my manuka. So I had another manuka, and so I put some cuttings down the soil, plus I have some propagating to try to get another one to grow back. I had to prune up that neem tree because it's becoming a nice shade tree for that shed in the morning hours. From that cold, we did have some cold damage on this mango, but it's pretty much protected from this cold and summer sun being on the north side of my house. It gets the warmth off my bedroom. Same with the jaboticaba. So come spring, it'll get lots of new growth and start blooming. Trying boysenberry. Planted a boysenberry right there. Greg Peterson says this one will grow here if we have afternoon shade, so it'll get the afternoon shade from these mulberries. Look how tall those got. I gotta cut those back to about 10 feet. My other mulberry provides lots of shade now. Take off the last 4 feet of one of those branches right there. That's what went in the ground 4 years ago. And now look at this thing. Mulberries are such fast growers. It's got an 8-inch trunk already. Ton of fruit though. A couple of new plantings I have. I got 2 different varieties of olive. They'll be on the west side of my house, so I'll provide shade for the west side of the house and give me some fruit. My fall plantings were destroyed by the couple of the young chickens that got out, so I was protecting them on the December planting. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. We got Swiss chard and romaine lettuce and kale. Lots of carrots coming up, and sugar snap peas, and there's probably some dill in here, and chamomile. There's elephant garlic and regular garlic, and I got cabbages. There's a borage that replanted. It reseeds every year there. So we're getting some stuff here. And this is what I usually use for my pruning. On the bigger branches I'll use the loppers and the saw, but I like to use these to trim up all the other smaller branches. And what I'm going to be working on now is my apple trees. I got the golden Dorset Dory and the Anna apple. This is Anna. They're planted really close, so they're really fighting for roots space and helping to keep each other dwarfed, which is what I want. But I'm going to prune them so I can actually walk in the center of them. And I like to open up the centers and cut off any of the low-hanging branches and cross branches. Just I didn't have all the leaves drop yet because I got too protected by that moringa tree there, which is going to be pruned too. I always cut that back to 8 feet, and along with the coral vine, cut that to the ground almost. But here's what I just got done, was the early amber, and you can see how the center of this is bowl shaped. I keep it open, and I got all those cuttings cut out of there because I cut it back, all those branches up top. This thing is a fast grower, this early amber peach, and it got way too big too fast, and I wasn't keeping tabs on it. The third year I think it was. We're in the 5th year now. So right now it's about 9 feet tall. Did I cut it back to? You can see it's got lots of branches for fruit, and I cut a lot out because anything that was hanging down low, crossing, going into the center. You can see I just snipped all these in the center. Keep the center open because it's going to fill in the summertime. It'll protect itself, but while it's fruiting, you want to have the sunshine and airflow. And sometimes you don't do enough. I mean, I butcher my trees, but come fruiting time, it's like I didn't do enough. I probably didn't do enough on this one, even though I cut out a whole bunch. But these things are going to look like skeletons when I get done. But all that apple wood I'm going to save that I cut out because I use it for my smoker. So I'll cure it all summer long in our sun, and by the fall hopefully I'll have my first turkey to smoke. I plan on raising this year. I'm going to start raising some meat hens too. Well, I just wanted to share that with you. That's what we've got going on. I also did my pomegranates, and I go around and just prune whatever I need to. So that's one thing you can do in the wintertime. There's lots of work to do in the wintertime. Winter gardens and your raised beds, and lots of pruning to do. Get busy, guys. Have a good day.